I've definitely overlooked something, and I'm thinking I'm not gonna get back in here all that easily. This trick has always worked before. That has to be the same letter as the one I found in the shack. You can still read a bit of it. In case we are unable to... the evil... we fail in our goal and the order never existed. Already sacrificed. That was never my intention. If the cursed one... then... oh, now it's looking very faint. Can't be allowed to find any trace that might lead to us. I get it. This is Miss Valley announcing that the order should be disbanded should anything go wrong. That explains a lot. Zach, I've seen enough. Let's go.
Please, put the folder away again, and then we can go.
Hello, Doctor? Can I ask you a quick question?
Of course. Come on up.
Hi, Doc.
Adrian, what can I do for you?
Tell me, Doc, have you had a look at the museum here?
To be honest, no. I've never been, and I never will.
It's probably better that way. She'd probably hit the roof if she saw the Heinz Herman heads. Then, I guess you don't know anything about the Black Ball?
I'm sorry, no.
Did you know there are supposed to be burial mounds in the area?
No, but there are so many ancient ruins around here that it wouldn't surprise me if there are burial mounds too.
Bye, Doc.
Look after yourself, Adrian.
Hello? As far as I can remember, there wasn't a pile of stones here yesterday. There's something wedged between the stones. A piece of paper. An envelope with my name on it. This is starting to get a bit creepy. An envelope with my name on it. No sender's address, nothing. Hope is the guardian's second virtue. It nourishes the wise, but it fools the measured, who mindlessly rest on its promises. The next weird message. I kind of expected it. Whoever's planned this little game with me knew I'd pass by the swamp. A swamp, or a marsh, if you will. That was also mentioned in the research papers. And I'm to the east of Willow Creek. Now, somewhere, not a million miles away, has to be this burial mound. Small animal bones. It said in Miss Valley's research papers that she'd sent some of the bones to her institute. That would point to there being a burial mound somewhere here close by. I'll just have a try in this direction. Wasn't all that difficult to find. This tree must have been cut down decades ago, probably when they discovered the tomb. A spare menhir that was left over from building the tomb? There are plenty of twigs and branches here. I'll take some dry ones. That could be a hole, or a symbol for a black ball. I think I've come to the right place. There are even more of these small animal skeletons. Maybe there's an owl roosting here. Or maybe something bigger? The same hieroglyphics as on the stone tablet in the cavern. These places are definitely connected. I've never seen a burial mound from the inside. To be honest, never from the outside either. Let's see what awaits. It smells old here. Very old. The wind's blown half the wood in here. No black balls down there. All empty. Nothing to be found. So, this is where they actually laid the dead. There are small loose stones all over the place here. The floor is made of stone, covered with a layer of dirt. They sure couldn't have buried the ball. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna find anything like this. Mordred would definitely have known where to look. How come I'm not getting a vision now? Hey Mordred, where are you when you need it? Just a minute. That's not such a bad idea. If I don't take my pills and then wait here for long enough, I'm bound to have a vision sooner or later. I mean, why not here? Although it does say on the warning label that it's at least 2 weeks before the meds stop working. Maybe I can speed that up? Just a matter of how. The medication that Dr. Winterbottom prescribed for me. Halo Paradox, for the treatment of acute psychosis with delusion, hallucinations, or cognitive disorders. The info on the box isn't very informative. Take the Halo Paradox with a glass of water. Avoid ingestion with magnesium-rich substances. For duration of effectiveness, it says, comes into effect after a few minutes and has an efficacy decay of 10 to 14 days. Inhalation of cigarette smoke or other particles arising from combustion can lessen the effectiveness. And under interactions, if you are to take other medications together with Halo Paradox, please consult your doctor or pharmacist. The walls are made from solid pieces of stone. They must have needed hundreds of people to build this thing here.
Yes?
Hello, doctor? Can I ask you a quick question?
Of course. Come on up.
Hi, Doc.
Adrian, what can I do for you?
I think the medication is causing me problems.
What do you mean? Are you having negative side effects? Does it make you feel sick?
I, have the feeling that it's not working like it normally does today. Could it be that I've eaten something that's reducing the effect?
Have you drunk a lot of valerian tea or St. John's wort tea? These herbs can both impede the effect.
No, tea's not really my thing.
Perhaps you've taken some antacids for stomachache or heartburn? It would be better if you didn't. Medicines containing magnesium, in combination with drinks containing caffeine, inhibit the absorption of the active component of haloparadox into the blood. I should have told you that, I'm sorry.
That means it's not only valerian and St. John's wort I need to avoid, but also stomach medicines and coffee?
Not altogether, but 1 of 2 cups of coffee a day is not so bad. Just don't overdo it.
Your cough is getting worse every day. The instructions for use label says that cigarette smoke can reduce the effect of the medication, particularly passive smoking, because of the harmful substances in the smoke of lit cigarettes, or something like that.
What a load of rubbish. The effect is so minimal. If I had a fire here and burned the tobacco in it like the shamans used to burn their herbs, then perhaps. But that little bit of cigarette won't harm you.
Okay, fine. Bye, Doc.
Look after yourself, Adrian.
Hi. Abaya, have you got something for heartburn?
Yes. Yes, of course. I recommend bicarbonate of soda.
Does that contain magnesium?
No, it's just salt.
Have you got anything else?
If you need magnesium, you could also take an antacid. You need a prescription for it, but I'll make an exception for you.
Okay. I'd like a packet of coffee.
What kind? Decaffeinated or extra mild?
Don't you have extra strong?
Caffeine doesn't really agree with the older customers.
And what about this sack of coffee beans here?
That's the extra mild one. Should I pack you some?
No thanks. Have you got valerian tea or St. John's wort?
I'm afraid not. But I can order it for you. It takes about 2 days.
Oh, that's too long. I need it today.
Oh, well, I don't know.
See you.
Yes.
I don't have any further questions. I'll just leave him in peace. Edward?
Mr. Gordon, what can I do for you?
Can I buy a whole packet of coffee here, too?
But of course, sir. What variety would you like?
The strongest.
My pleasure. That's Colombian coffee, one of my favorite varieties.
Thanks. Take care, Edward.
I'll do my best, sir.
Tumulus valerian. That's exactly what I'm after. And the plant's already dried out. Ought to burn well, that stuff. Don't reckon this hole's got much more to offer. An empty pot. I'm guessing the guys here have heated up their lunch in it. And I can make myself tea or coffee with it. I'll just pour in a bit of water. I'll put the stones in the middle of the chamber. That'll give me a small fire hearth. A hearth? Well, it's just a circle of stones right now. That makes enough combustible material for a small fire. A hearth with a heap of small twigs. Only thing missing now is the fire. Father and son by the campfire. How touching. I've already got a small campfire. The water ought to boil soon. I've already got a small campfire. In another life, in another place, I'd be throwing in the noodles at this point. And now today, the Turkish variety. I can also drink normal coffee at Edward's place. I'll crush the tablets first so that they dissolve faster. I'm afraid that my soup's not going to be enough on its own. I want to complete all my preparations before I drink it. Damn, all that beautiful smoke's going outside. Cool. That'll keep all the smoke in the burial chamber for sure. Oh, I'm gonna stink like a kipper when I get out of here. Not exactly the best deodorant for an unjustly alleged arsonist. Oh, I'm already feeling a bit weird, woozy, like I've been wrapped in wool. But that's not enough. Something's still missing. What the hell am I getting into here, for Pete's sake? So what? It's not gonna kill me. And if it does, then I'm already in a tomb, aren't I? Ugh. This is working better than I thought. What? My head. My pills, I need them urgently. Damn it! I never thought it'd be so intense. How long was I out for? Well, anyway, I've seen the ball thing. They hid them here in the tomb. Somewhere in a wall. This mold wasn't here before. Or was it? What can that mean? This figure in my vision has done something with the ball here. Well, that was weird. But anyway, I've got what I wanted. Thanks, Mordred. What I'm seeing right now. portal's open. The academy. That brings back some memories. Bad ones. I had kinda hoped to come out in the ritual chamber. Looks like the portal hadn't been completely activated. Not good. The way it's looking, I'm gonna be here longer than I planned for. The portal's inactive. I have to find some way of making it work again. The last time I was here, there was a black ball lying in this holder. Somebody must have taken it out. I can only hope that it's still lying around here somewhere. These nasty devil characters are all over the place. Look like galleon figureheads. The columns are standing on bases that are set deep into the ground. No end in sight. That goes a long way down. And there's that weird light again. You used to be able to open these doors using a mechanism. That's been destroyed, though, to keep them shut forever. These stone flags used to be deadly traps. Once you stepped on one, something would either drop from above or a door would open up. The mechanism's broken now. At least I hope it is. Whoever built the traps certainly didn't go in for half measures. If you got that on your head, you wouldn't have to worry about getting a headache anymore. There are bullet holes all around here. Those order people must have been going crazy, shooting all over the place. But why would they have been shooting all around themselves? Might it have had something to do with Angelina's ritual? Or were they doing that to make the academy collapse? Well, whatever. I ought to make sure I get myself out of here in one piece. Whoa, they've really been having fun around here. The floor is littered with empty cartridges. Someone's fired off magazine after magazine here. Did the Order members want to make the Academy collapse? Well, they were pretty damn successful with the entrance, at least. Normally, you'd take this route here, but it looks pretty blocked up. There's a piece of black material. Oh, that must be a member of the Order, killed by the falling rocks and all that chaos. Unrecognizable from here, though. No chance. There's a gap here between the stones. But I can't recognize anything. It's much too dark in there. And I can't feel anything either. That's a small gap. Much too dark to see anything at all. That ought to do it. Yes, there's the black ball. In a dead person's hand. And behind that, the other opening. If I only had something like a stick, I could push the ball out on the other side. That must be Lewis. Or what's left of him, at least. Angelina wouldn't have got all that far without his help. He let himself be used by her. Just like I did. But never mind what kind of a guy he was. I still have to feel just a bit sorry for him. Let's see if the guy's got anything else on him, apart from bugs. Keep nice and still. Ugh. Something about this corpse feels quite nicely alive. Must be something to do with the circle of life. A note to Lewis from Angelina. A letter to Lewis from Angelina. Lewis, I've taken care of Valley. She's not gonna cause us any more trouble. You deal with the people at the castle. Best thing would be to just set the place on fire. Just make sure that the American comes out of it at least half okay. I need him alive. Bring him to the academy as quickly as possible. I'm gonna try to be there with Catherine ahead of you. You'll get your money as soon as I've got what I want. Angelina. Obviously, all I need to do is make sure that Spooner finds this note on Lewis's corpse. And that'll mean I'll be off of the hook at last. But it's impossible for me to let him in here. In doing that, I might just as well sell off my family secret and have Mordred tattooed on my forehead. I'll think of something or other. It's pretty damn grisly for sure, but... I could use Lewis's arm as an extension to get to the black ball. Good. The ball's a bit closer to the other opening now. Gotcha. Now let's get out of here. Adrian Gordon, Grand Master of Portal Magic. I'd better leave the ball where it is. Let's hope that the portal will send me directly to Mordred's book. It worked. I'm in the ritual chamber.